Hi,
Welcome back to another edition of Max and Nikki 1000th Time Reactions.
where we react to a song after listening to it for our 1000th time
We release 3 videos a day,
every day
so make sure to hit that subscribe button
and turn on post notifications.
so you don't miss out on all this great content of ours. So what are we going to listen to right now, Max?
We're going to listen to Wild World by Cat Stevens.
Classic tune that we've heard so many times before, but for all intents and purposes, we're going to call it our 1000th time.
If you're new to this channel, what we like to do is we like to listen to the whole song all the way through without stopping.
So
and
we
then
don't ruin the artistic vision of the artist.
And then afterwards, then we'll talk about what we thought about it.
We'll get in deep with it,
We'll
in
get in
depth,
deep with it,
and
in
we'll
depth.
analyze
it. And
all that jazz, and we'll
all that
enjoy it.
jazz, and we'll enjoy it as we're listening to it together.
But before we get to that, just want to remind you, as we usually do, that we have another YouTube channel called Max and Nikki, on which we perform oldies tunes, jazz standards, and originals in that vein.
And we also have comedy videos on there as well, if you're interested. But for right now, let's take a listen to Wild World by Cat Stevens.
For our 1000th time.
Here we go.
Now that I've lost everything to you, you say you wanna start something new, and it's breaking my heart you're leaving. Maybe I'm grieving, but if you wanna leave, take good care. Hope you have a lot of nice things to wear, but then a lot of nice things turn bad out there. Oh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. It's hard to get by just upon a smile. Oh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. I'll always remember you like a child, girl. You know I've seen a lot of what the world can do, and it's breaking my heart in two, because I never want to see you sad, girl. Don't be a bad girl, but if you want to leave, take good care. Hope you make a lot of nice friends out there, but just remember there's a lot of bad, and beware. Beware. Oh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. It's hard to get by just upon a smile. Oh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. And I'll always remember you like a child, girl. Baby, I love you, but if you wanna leave, take good care. Hope you make a lot of nice friends out there, but just remember there's a lot of bad, and beware. Oh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. It's hard to get by just upon a smile. Oh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. I'll always remember you like a child, girl. Oh, baby, baby, it's a wild world, and it's hard to get by just upon a smile. Oh, baby, baby, it's a wild world, and I'll always remember you like a child, girl.
What a great tune that is.
It's a good song. Also, right away, I just want to talk about that the drum rhythm is very interesting, It's just it doing some really interesting rhythms,
How so?
Well, obviously you don't hear the drums really until the chorus comes, but it's like I can't even describe. I'd have to listen to it again and replicate, what it's doing with my voice. But it was like the combination of snare and yeah, like this combination of snare and hi-hat hits where it wasn't just your straightforward rock beat.
Right,
It wasn't or it was I can't do it right now, but
Well,
it was interesting. It wasn't your straightforward typical rock beat,
You know, it was kind of interesting. Before the drums came in, before the first chorus, there was something in the pan spectrum in the middle that was like behind the voice. Felt like it was behind the voice. That was kind of this tapping, almost like was it on a bongo drum or something? Or was it a cajon or something? I don't know. It was some little tapping on something percussive, and it was just there for a moment. Maybe it was something that they were tapping on the drum set or something. But
this song is mixed with that, LCR.
well, I just want to say this is a 2020 mix. Actually, we're listening to right now.
But it does utilize that LCR panning where it's everything's either or instruments are all the way to the left or all the way to the right or down the middle.
Well, generally songs back then were done like that, mostly.
But it's interesting that rhythm, that almost palm muted guitar was on both sides actually.
Right.
It was doubled.
Well, I feel like the one on the right was more muted, and you can hear more of the tones on the
I
left.
guess so. But it's interesting, you heard the piano in the middle, but there were times where I heard it was on the left too.
Oh, really?
Did you hear that?
Like kind of like the piano, it has this kind of, it almost sounds honky-tonkish a little bit. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like it definitely is an upright piano,
Yeah.
And it gives it, I mean, also the lyrics are very, it's kind of bittersweet or sad actually in a way. And it's touching, I will say. It's just, I feel like the melody really replicates the feeling you get from the lyrics. It evokes it very well. I mean, the melody is a very infectious melody. I know we say that about a lot of these songs, but I really feel like Cat Stevens really had a good ear for melodic contour and how to really shape the song and make it go into a chorus well. I mean, even after that sort of interlude, where there's the instruments playing and he's going la 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 la. I mean, don't be a bad girl or baby I love you. I mean, just even that, just kind of that sort of kind of mini climactic part there. It just it goes into that very well.
Also, he's got a little bit of a growl in his voice sometimes. He's like. If you want to, I'm not going to do it right now.
Well, I also like at the ends of phrases, he would kind of go, ooh,
Well,
kind of
yeah,
like that.
It almost sounded like he was like digging deep with some of those lower tones where like he would finish the phrase like a child girl. Like he would kind of, it almost like petered off rather into like some other low note,
Yeah. Well, also there was a moment, the way his vocal style was, it was almost like you could hear a lump in his throat, almost like it was making him emotional to sing.
Sure.
These
Well,
lyrics,
the song the lyrics are good to this song,
Very good,
I mean,
yeah.
Ooh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. It's hard to get by just upon a smile, girl. Baby, it's a wild world.
And I'll always remember you like a child, girl. Almost like it's like this love of him. She wants to leave him. Let's see, how does it go? It goes, now that I've lost everything to you, you say you want to start something new, and it's breaking my heart you're leaving. I wonder if it's a father, letting his child go out into the world.
I hope you make a lot of nice friends out there. Just remember, there's a lot of that
bad and beware.
A lot of that bad and beware.
No, just remember, there's a lot of bad and beware.
Right. He's like warning her. I get you got to do what you got to do, but just remember, there's, just be careful. But also, I think at one point he's like, there's, you can have happiness here too, right?
He's saying that. He's like, baby, I love you, but if you want to leave. It's almost like, this. Maybe, I'm thinking of it. I don't think I originally thought of it as a parental thing, but
I don't
now-
think it is.
Oh, you think it's just kind of a love, a love?
Well, you know, it's kind of like that song I wrote, "Hey You." You know,
I know, but
where it's
he's-
like, you know, I don't have
but
to.
he is
bore you with it.
describing like a child girl, though. He's thinking, you are my. I am in love with you, and I think of you. I mean, I don't know. I think of it more of a parental thing, actually, or at least kind of a mentor type of thing. or
Sure.
something.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Yeah, it's. Well, comment below and tell us what you think about the lyrical content. What do you think the meaning is behind it? Do you think it is more evocative of a parent talking to his, you know, his child, or do you think
Daughter.
Yeah, daughter, much like his song "Father and Son," right? I mean, that's a song by Cat Stevens.
Sure.
But or do you think it's about a lover talking to his soon-to-be ex and saying, "Hey, I get you need to explore the world, but
Right, but he does mention, I'll always remember you like a child, but maybe he's thinking, when he says that, he means that not actually like a child, but sort of an innocent person.
well, yeah,
And-
unjaded by the wild world."
Why, right, in that
Right.
he maybe it's kind of this, you know, former, you know, significant other that's afraid to let this person go
'Cause
and
he doesn't
wants
want
them
the wild
they don't
world to
want them-
change
Yeah,
them.
he doesn't want this person to be tarnished and
Jaded.
and tainted by
And,
the world.
yeah.
And I'll always remember you-
Adulterated, essentially.
yeah, I'll always remember you the way you are to me now. You know, but
Kind
and-
of innocent, naive,
but
and
maybe
perfect,
maybe
you know?
it doesn't have to be specific to either of those things. Maybe it's just about the trying to reconcile having to let somebody go.
Well, maybe that's
important
what
to you in
adds
your life.
to the
you know?
longevity of this song, and
And I think-
is that it can be related to on many levels. And
Sure. And I think it's just interesting to know that somebody that's been in your life, even just the idea of it being a child, you don't have to think of that as you know, an actual child. You just kind of think of it, unadulterated in your mind, the way they are now. That you think of that as kind of you don't want them to be tainted in any way by the world.
It's also
outside,
kind of like
you know?
if you're familiar with the musical The Fantastics, that's kind of what the whole musical is about. It's about essentially coming of age and going off into the real world and having your innocence taken away from you, you know?
Sure.
And it is a sad thing to think about when a person's innocence is taken away, you know?
Well, it's a
but it's a
sad-
part of growing up, right?
Change is can be beautiful, but it can be devastating, and it just can be hard to deal with, you know.
Yeah. Anyway, great song. Lots to talk about here. We love it. I think that's going to do it for this reaction video. If you like what you heard and saw today, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications to find out about more Max and Nikki reaction videos.
Please keep tuning in.